Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Ask Georgie. Today I'll be answering the question about entrepreneurship. So it says, how do you see entrepreneurship evolving over the next few years? And this question, when I was asked, it really touched my soul because nowadays entrepreneurship is looked at as this really sexy, nice, and fun thing to do. Well, it's not as sexy and simple and as nice as a lot of people make it seem. And what that means is that entrepreneurship takes hard work and dedication, right? Essentially, you're quitting your 40-hour-a-week job to work 80 up to 100-hour a week, especially in the beginning. Entrepreneurs like Oprah, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, everyone that people highlight and talk about, they have worked their butt off in the beginning so that now in their, 10, 20, 30 plus years of entrepreneurial experience, or in Mark Zuckerberg's case, he has less than that, but it's not until you get to a certain level of success before you could get, vacations and the laid backness of the entrepreneurial lifestyle. A lot of people are thinking, okay, I'm going to work this entrepreneurship thing for the next 6 months. I'm going to make $1 million and I'm going to be taking selfies on Instagram in my yacht and in Paris, France, or like Italy or whatever it may be, right? That's not the case. Becoming a successful entrepreneur, especially on your first venture, is less likely than winning the lottery, which is very unlikely. And what happens when a lot of people win the lottery, right? They win the lottery and they waste that money. It is more common to see lottery winners waste that money and do something that's not even smart with the money that they've earned, because when you just come into something really fast and then get out of it really fast, it doesn't add up. Like your brain cannot catch up to what's happening. So what the heck am I talking about, right? I'm kind of rambling a little bit. Let me take it back. Entrepreneurship for my family specifically as a Jamaican immigrant was how we got access. That's how we got opportunities. That's how we got education. And through that, different generations of my family have been more and more successful with the bottom line, the baseline, starting with entrepreneurship. And when I say entrepreneurship, I'm not talking about coding any sexy apps. I'm talking about selling chickens, goats, woodwork, farming, knitting, doing hair, and having small shops. That's the entrepreneurship that started decades ago in my family, right? And now, fast forward, these different entrepreneurial ventures have led to the opportunity for me to be here right now in front of you guys in the United States. And my entrepreneurship is so that the future generations of my family could be successful, have wealth, have opportunities, access, and education similar to what the past generations did for me. And what that looks like is a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and a lot of hours put into my craft and into my work. Nowadays, entrepreneurs are just thinking, oh, I'm just in it for the quick buck, or I want financial freedom, or I want, my flexible schedule, or I want to travel. These are all great reasons, but you need more than that in order to be a successful entrepreneur and in order for your entrepreneurship to really last. You can't just want to be your own boss, but not want to put in the work that's necessary. I see so many people say they have ideas, they want to launch companies, they want to do all this great stuff, and then you say, okay, here is the work that's necessary for you to do so that you can get to that point. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the hours. They don't want to put in the time. It's just easier to, not do it. And I'm not bashing anyone. I work a 9-to-5 job too. I run alongside my entrepreneurial ventures. And people say, oh, you have to quit your job. Not necessarily. If you hate your job, then quit your job. If you have a good job and you're trying to launch a venture, try to do both at the same time. Let your day job feed your venture. These stereotypes and what's going on in this economy right now around entrepreneurship is not healthy. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here on this channel. I'm here launching these different series to kind of rewrite the stigma around what entrepreneurship is supposed to look like, feel like, and just get back to the true core of it, right? What is the purpose of entrepreneurship? The purpose of entrepreneurship is, one, to create, to build something, to do something, to go out there in the world and make something, right? Whether it's making change, making impact, making products, making services, making people's lives easier. That's you're going out there to make something that you feel like there's a problem and you could provide a solution for that problem in order to make people's lives better, faster, easier, something, whatever it may be, right? That's the first thing. Make sure you have a purpose behind your business. Second is know that in order for entrepreneurship to last, in order for you to do well in entrepreneurship, you have to keep going. Persistence is the key. You're not going to make $1 million in your first business. And if you do, good, congratulations to you. That is amazing. You rock, but that doesn't mean that, that's the end of the road. Some people might never make $1 million in their businesses, and that's okay. Some people don't want to make $1 million. Some people just want to give access, opportunities, chances, exposure, travel, right? So just be really aware of why you're doing it. So that goes back to your why. Like, why do you want to be an entrepreneur? Nothing is wrong with working at a company, as I said before, unless you hate your job. Then you should quit. Because if you hate your job, that means you're being a jerk to everyone around you, and you might not even realize it. So if you hate your job internally, go ahead and quit, find another job. There's not because you quit your job means you're supposed to become an entrepreneur. Just throwing that out there. Take that with a grain of salt, everybody. So, where do I see entrepreneurship evolving? I see more and more people wanting to take ownership of their lives, ownership of their experiences, ownership of their flexibility, ownership of their financial freedom, and ownership of their future, of themselves and their families. And I really support entrepreneurs because you're taking a leap of faith. You're saying, hey, I see this problem here, and I want to create a solution, and this is a solution that I think is best, and you're bringing it out into the world and making it a real thing. So kudos to all my entrepreneurs out there. I'm with you guys. We're hustling, we're bustling, we're getting it done. GSD Summit. We're getting it done. So I see entrepreneurship going in a pretty strong way, especially with the new global economy, where you could be in New York solving a problem in Nepal. You could be in Africa making resources and products and services for people in Alaska, right? Completely two different complete ecosystems. So I see entrepreneurship bringing the world together and closer, giving more opportunities to people all over the world, and giving access and flexibility to those who want it. But just know that entrepreneurship is not the only route to get financial freedom. It is one of many, but it's not the only route to get financial freedom. It's not the only route to be able to travel while you work, and it's not the only route to getting access and opportunities. But it is a route you could take. And if you are going to embark upon an entrepreneurial journey, make sure you are prepared mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, because this shit gets crazy. And that is my answer to how you see entrepreneurship evolving over the next few years. Like and subscribe below, and I'll catch you next Friday with the next Ask Georgie. If you have a question that you really want me to answer, make sure you submit it on my contact page, which is going to be in the link. And remember, when Black women show up, shit gets handled. Okay, ladies, now let's get